What's up, race fans? We're in Wethersfield, Connecticut at one of two shops home to KSMJ, the Clement family. And I got Scott Clement here with me to show us one shop here. And why don't you tell us the background of this shop because, well, you kind of live here.
So yes, it is my house. It was my grandparents' house before that, and we've kind of worked out of this garage for about as long as we've been racing. So this is Jay's car. I believe this was a late model further up north. It was the 11X.
Oh, Tyler Leary.
That's the name.
Yep.
This one's not nearly as important. This is Matt's car. Mr. Second place in points every year. This was my dad's limited for 10 years or so, and then Matt took it over. And before that, it was a late model. I believe the last name was Leon, and it was built by Frank Latois, and he still maintains a lot of stuff for us. The steering wheel that's higher up, that is the steering wheel from Jay's accident when he hit the backstretch. It's actually bent pretty good, and everything else is just for upkeep of the race cars and house stuff, and even like my daily driver. That is kind of the catch-all. The license plates have come off of old trailers. The one from Maine, I believe, was my grandparents'. The antlers, my grandfather was a big hunter, and they kind of just sit there. The snap-on toolbox on the right is my grandfather's. That thing is probably 40 years old, if not older. And then the big silver one is mine. I actually inherited that from my uncle. Kind of miscellaneous oils and antifreeze that I inherited with the house. It says the Clements, Maudie and Russ. That was my grandparents. I also got that with the house, and I thought it was fitting to hang it in the back of the garage. That door panel is from my first season.
We have two cars here. Why don't you tell us where the other car is housed?
So whenever we have to do major repairs or complete rebuilds, we do it at my parents' house, which is 2 streets over.
All right, and we'll meet Matt Clement there to give us a tour of that shop.
Hey Bonsa, welcome to part B of our shop tour here. You are standing in my parents' garage. They've lived here going on 25 years or so, 26 years now. I spent pretty much my entire life living here up until a few years ago. This car right here is the 18 car that Scott will be driving. So as you can see, we're working hard to get it put back together here, coming up pretty soon for the Sizzler, but this was Kevin Gambacorda's Stafford late model that he actually won a limited late model championship in. This is the cart that we started bringing to the racetrack with us. We just toss her right in the enclosed trailer. Cherry picker, the engine hoist, we use to pull the engine and transmission out of the cars, you know, when we're rebuilding in the off season. There's actually some giant crowbars in the corner over there that when we've been misbehaving at the racetrack and bending stuff, we use that to straighten some stuff out here and there. There's actually a welder back here behind the toolbox that my dad we actually picked up for my dad for Christmas either this year or the past year. As you can tell, we make a lot of messes here, so you know, got to pick them up in bulk. So when things go really wrong, no, this is just a workbench. You know, if we're rebuilding bearings, we'll pull the front hubs off and we'll bring them back here, clean them out, repack them. All sorts of various oils, fluids, filters, spray paint for painting chassis. This red toolbox has been my dad's for going on probably 20 years, 25, 30 years now. Got a drill press there for drilling all sorts of stuff that, you know, get like blocks of lead, stuff like that if we're moving lead around in the cars. And then that big poster board, actually, we use that to build the air boxes for the cars to, you know, kind of funnel air into the radiator, into the fan. Workbench, workstation area, got some cleaners. You know, this is where we drain all of our used oil. We bring it down to the town and recycle it occasionally. You know, we got some nuts and bolts here. You know, we had them out because we're replacing stuff on the 18 here. A little bit further back, these totes are just full of suspension components, you know, front springs, upper control arms, lower control arms, spindles, shocks, all sorts of stuff. Got some sway bars that we've been experimenting with over the past couple years. A Johnson chassis frame saver that hopefully we won't need this year. How many water pumps do we need?
Fair, right next to the steering wheel.
You know, spare.
You guys keep a lot of stuff.
Too much stuff. We know the car's fast. I know I'm fast. I know it sounds stupid to say. When Jay comes back up, he will be right back up there too. I mean, last year I was ecstatic when he came out that one time and drove from 16th or 17th, you know, up through the field there. Scott has top of the line equipment now like the other two cars. I think that if we can get his confidence up, get him some top fives.
We'll see what happens as we approach the season. We're in April, it's less than a month away. Thank you, Matt. Thanks to Scott and the entire family for showing us these two shops. You won the Spring Sizzler last year, so he'll be a championship contender. You gotta keep an eye on that 59. April 27th when the limited late models get their season underway.